Yes, I am back. Finally. Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna get. I didn't think I was gonna get the combo of, Abscess and then fucking, and then, fuck, what do you call it? My internet being shit, but, yeah. Like, the worst part is that, it wasn't just, oh, the internet's been shit, it's like, our ISP was finally like, oh yeah, there's a fault. It's probably gonna be a problem. And we're like, no fucking shit, we've been telling you that for like 2 weeks. Why are you just acknowledging this now? And I had to, yeah, you hate to see it. I had a worry that, they were just gonna, like, cut our, physical line until they, or force us into our mobile backup until it fixed itself, but thankfully they haven't, and it's okay now, so I'm gonna take my bloody chances while I can. No, what? Disappear, thank you. Thankfully, I had a, like, playing this game gave me a lot to do when I wasn't streaming, because I'm just, like, leveling another character who is up to, who's gotten past the vault again. So yeah, like, I'm almost through 3.0 on that character, if that's, yes, the incident. Yeah. Before I talk anymore, I better, queue up for this thing. Yeah, 15 minutes. That shouldn't be too bad. I think in the meantime, I'm probably just going to get the rest of the flying stuff from Heavensward. Wait, what? Oh, right. Yeah, I can't use that here. I think we still had a couple to go through. We've got a few to go through. Mostly all of the quests. I think we'll do this one first. This didn't take too long. Oh, no, we're not doing that first. We're not doing that first. All I have left is the 4.2 raid, and then I'm on to 4.3. So you passed me at this point. Jesus. I thought I was doing okay, but apparently not. Oh, we better do this first. God damn. Yeah, so I've seen the 14 little login apps picture for 5.4 now, and I'm like, and seeing that, I was just like, fuck, I'm so behind where I thought I was going to be. But I guess that's what happens when you lose like 2 weeks worth of streaming. Righty then. Let us... Oh no, I am already returning some of the quests, aren't I? Nah, fuck it, might as well do it. It's only got, one... It's only got one, Aether Current to look for, so really I just need to find all the quests around here. In fact, this is exactly where I'm up to, with my second character. I'm up to going to see Matoya, if I remember correctly. I think I may as well go here first. Yeah, so going through the game a second time, I realized, like, I just completely missed some things. Relatively small things, but, stuff like, oh, did I ever hear Melwerb or, Rene Sana talk since the patch? And yes, I have. Like, before you get to this area, you hear them, or Melwerb talks to you when, oh my god, I should remember this. Fuck, I completely forgot. Yeah, I found those. Renaissana talks to you when you go and grab your Stola out of the live stream. One chest worth it. I'll really handle the rest of my property. Yeah, sweet. Fuck, I really should know. Really should remember the circumstances that, This one doesn't give me a thing, does it? No. Damn it. Oh, right. I remember that one. Where was the... It's also over here. Alright. I have to jump across then. I'm blanking. Oh, that's all good. Oh, yeah, I completely understand that. Yeah, I remember when Kane-sana was talking to us about, we heard their new voice actor, but I can't remember when we heard Melwerb's. We heard Melwerb's, like, pretty early into Heavensward, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's right. The first time you go back to Uldar, I think you communicate with her to find out what's up, and she kind of hints at the fact that, like, they managed to keep everything under wraps because the other incident, would have caused a lot of chaos in Uldar. Yeah. You know what's funny, though? So I've been complaining about, like, oh god, I can't keep my level in line with what the game's expecting and stuff like that, when I've been playing through as this character, and I've been skipping a whole lot of quests. But I've been having a worse time doing it with my second character for some fucking reason. I think it's because I've been unlocking a few more dungeons here and there, but I feel like I've only done the quests. Like, I don't feel like I've, really been leveling all that, or doing anything extra that's relevant. You're a stranger, sneaky peeker. Oh, that's right, we need to go and kill some Illuminati on the stairs. I did this quest before. Have I played Final Fantasy Tactics? No. I played Tactics Advanced. But I have not played Tactics. I think that's all they wanted. What about FF12? No. I think I've had this discussion before, but, like, the only Final Fantasy games I've seriously played is Tactics Advance, and I think this. Yeah. Things that people shy of. Illuminati's our enemy. Yeah, that's come. I know. Yeah. Alright, now where's this? Oh, I know which one it is. It's the one that's directly here. Oh yeah, I just realized I never actually found out what the deal with that thing was. There's so much to share with you. Well, I mean, I've got plenty of other things I really want to do at the moment, so you're gonna have to get in line, unfortunately. Oh, there's one more. 97E. Oh, okay, that's the one on the thing. Oh, the Alexander raid. Right. Yeah, from what I've heard, there's a lot of references to other Final Fantasy games in this game specifically. And I mean, I kind of expected it, at least like in a meta way, because of an MMO, but apparently there are far more precise reference, or like in like diegetic references. Oh, it's the one in the center of town, isn't it? Yeah. Wait, what? Why do I have a... Oh, I got a quest to go over there. God, this place is a pain in the ass to navigate. Crystal Tower stuff is ripped from FF3. Is it now? Like, Alag and everything? The Stormblood raid is FF5 and 6 stuff. Stormblood Alliance raid is tactics and 12 stuff. Oh, interesting. Wait, hold on. Oh no, you're right. For some reason I was like, wait a minute. I thought there were only Alliance raids, but no, there are normal raids. I just never did Bahamut, so of course I can't remember one that was just 8 people. There you are. Bastard. What else am I looking for in here? Oh, probably that. What's this? Oh, right. That's Hildebrand. Oh, there's multiple. Ugh. Okay, so this will make, I think, 1 left? Yeah. So there's 1 more quest in this area that should give me an Aether point, and then I'm done here. The thing is that I don't know where it is. Not how, like, exactly the Crystal Tower is the final dungeon in 3 and the bosses are all from the Gauntlet. Or the final Gauntlet in 3. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, so I guess it's... yeah, it's not like... Oh, for fuck's sake. It's not like pulling things from 13... It's not pulling things from other Final Fantasy games, but it is having them in there, I guess. Xand and Cloud of Darkness and the clones are the big players from 3. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, because the Cloud of Darkness feels like a very... old time, or like old JRPG style villain. Like they really do not fit, or sorry, they stand out a lot compared to a lot of the villains and stuff like that in the rest of this game. Well, at least outside of raids. Obviously, there's like Bahamut, but Bahamut's been a problem in this place for a very long time, so... The all out of nowhere boss. Yeah, pretty much. Actually, that's an interesting question. Do the two clones come from, Final Fantasy III as well? Like, the two Allagan clones that help you get into the tower and seal off the, and seal the Covenant with, the Cloud of Darkness? Because their character designs of, like, other than the red eyes, because that's like an in-universe thing, their garb reminds me of a similar kind of thing. They share the same names, 14 implies that they are the clones of those originals. But does that mean that like, because that would imply that this is somehow in canon with 3. Wouldn't it? Yeah, who gives a shit? I'll just take your money, thanks. Thank you. Okay, where's this last bloody quest? Fucking damn it. Dravanian Hinterlands Aether quest. Yeah, I don't need the locations, I need the quest. Oh, here we go. How do I look at those quests? Main scenario, side quests. Are they Beast Tribe quests? No, they can't be. Or they shouldn't be, at least. Kiribania, Azazla, Dravanian... Dravanian? Oh, here we go. Okay, louder than words. Where is that? Oh no, wait, I just did that. Wait, am I stupid? Did I look at that incorrectly? Hang on. Louder than words, ebb and aether flow, taking stock. Oh, one of them is in, Matoya's, place. Fuck. It's like the one part of this area I hadn't been to, in this recent playthrough. Oh, that's only the start of the thread. Play the Stormblood Alliance raid to unravel it more. What, in terms of, like, references to other Final... sorry, let me back up. Is that in reference to my comment about this being somewhat canon with FF3? Also canon to other games than specifically 3. Oh. That is a detail I was not aware of. I didn't... Like... I mean, I guess that would explain why, like... the Elemental Primal... Or the Elemental Lords, Shiva... Like, that would explain why those primals... Or those primals are known by the same names. Even though Shiva is, like, a different person. But then again, I don't know what 14 games it's actually canon to, and which Shiva, I guess, would be referenced in that, but... Oh, please stop playing. I don't want to stress my internet connection out any more than I am already. the browser version of the Twitch dashboard just automatically plays my stream, which is kind of annoying. I honestly should just... Well, no, I shouldn't get rid of the pane, because it's helpful if I need to hear myself, but... There we go. Roggo's common life. I get it. What help, friend? I didn't know these things could talk. Huh. Woe is me, Ribbit. Mistress Matoya will have my hide. There's an optional dungeon in the Reach that I recommend checking out, so... sometime. What expansion is it in? You are our guest, and yet you would lend me a aid? Oh, thank you, kind adventurer. I'm in your debt. Permit me to introduce myself, Ribbit. I am Saro Rogo, a humble servant of, Matoya 4.0. What's the name of it? I'm tasked with picking leaves from her herb garden from which I make her tea. Also drawn to her medical properties, bugs have recently taken to ravaging the herbs. Tempted to get rid of the pests, but they were too much for a lone Porogo to handle. I would be grateful if you could eliminate them in my stead, Ribbit. I mean, sure. Pest extermination is more or less my broad job description, so... Wait, but where though? Just outside? The dungeon is the Temple of the Fist. The quest is kill to kills Coearl. Okay, I'll have to have a look for that then. Any idea where the quest starts? Because that would help me. Can I just... Oh no, I probably can't trigger all of them because I'll get attacked, won't I? Oh no, it just won't let me do that. Great, awesome. Ralgar's Reach, alright. I'll at least unlock it, if we've got the time. Wait, why did I lose the, Why did I lose the... Aether? I didn't think that would happen unless you, Oh, no, I think I teleported, didn't I? That might have done it. Bugs are no more. Oh, thank you. Not only are you kind, but you are strong as well, Ribbit. Now I can resume my duties again, harvesting and making tea. It is all I am capable of. I'm a failed creation, you see. Unlike my mistress's other children, I'm incompetent and clumsy. For want of a task I could perform, she bade me serve her tea 7 times daily. But even in this, I needed assistance, Ribbit. Unless I make myself more useful, 'tis only a matter of time before my mistress removes my enchantment. Oh, okay. Then I would revert to an ordinary toad incapable of speech. I cannot bear the thought of that. Right, so they can't normally talk. Okay. I must become a better servant, and I believe that I can do so, if only I knew what my mistress desires. Having received of her blessing, the brooms here are bound to possess this knowledge. Alas, they refuse to talk to me. But as you are our guest, they cannot willfully ignore you, even if they are not entirely cooperative or forthright. Speak with them, Ribbit, and inquire the information I need to survive. Nice. Sure. Let's go and quickly detour to... It's steep, but fuck it. I've got plenty of guilt. Kill a Coel. Mm. Ortwin has been thinking a lot about the Temple of the Fist lately. Oh, Aldine, just the man I was looking for. As you may know, Ralgar's Reach used to be a pilgrimage site for followers of the Fist of Ralgar. Atop the mountain lies the remnants of the Temple of the Fist, which was once the center of their religion. It was filled with monks training their minds and bodies right up until the mad king Theodoric decided to raise the temple. Curiously enough, a young lady recently approached me saying she wishes to explore the ruins herself. I immediately turned down her request, knowing that she alone could not survive the route to the ruins. But then I thought of you. I'm positive that you are strong enough to protect her while she explores. The girl's name is Marjorie. If you are willing to help, seek her out by the doors which lead to the temple. I imagine she is still pestering Hrotmar to let her in. I kind of wish they just let you fly around here after you'd completed all the quests and shit. I mean, I get it's a town, you don't really need to fly, but... Come on. Where am I going? Oh, I am going in the right direction. Marjorie sounds familiar. I don't know why. Are you interested in exploring the Temple of the Fist? I never dreamed I would meet a fellow enthusiast. I first learned of monks when I attended a lecture given by a historian named Eric. Ever since then, I continued to be fascinated by their creed and approach to life. I thought I would come and pay a visit to the site of their most revered temple, now that the Empire was driven, or has been driven, out of the region. The only issue is, this man will not let me pass. The monks use the path to the temple to train. It is filled with all kinds of traps and obstacles that cannot be overcome by just anyone. It is precisely those traps and obstacles that I wish to study. Everything I have read states that those who are able to reach the temple will come face to face with a monk of legend. Does that not pique your interest, or your curiosity in the slightest? Who knows what kind of lessons one could learn from a monk that has mastered their art? You wish to know, don't you, adventurer? Sure. You are the one who helped the Resistance defeat Xenos C.A. Galvus? Well, you should be more than capable of handling whatever the Temple has to throw at you, then. In fact, if you are truly keen to explore what lies beyond these doors, would you mind if I joined you? Why am I surprised by that? Like, I'm fairly familiar with the layout of the temple grounds from all the reading I have done. I know I can be of help. Oh, please take me with you. Like, I should have known that was coming, but apparently not. Face to face with an old monk, eh? Hang on a second. No, fuck, what's his name? Hang on. I'm gonna have to look it up the other way. Ah. Are you a monk? You are a monk. Alright. I have a bet. Or I have an idea of who... Well, okay. Literally the only character I know that is actually a monk in Final Fantasy that I know about, even though I don't know anything about Final Fantasy. I mean, I didn't even know they were actually a monk until I looked it up, but I'm not confident I'm right, but yeah. I at least know of one person it would be that even I would kind of mark out at if I saw them at the end of that dungeon. Let's put it that way. Tifa's a monk. Oh yeah, I suppose she is. Okay. The second person that comes to mind. Yeah, fuck, I guess she is. Shit. I never thought about it like that. I don't know, it's strange. Like, I don't see people, or I don't see Final Fantasy characters in later games than, like, 7 and beyond as those classes, if it makes sense. Like, obviously in the earlier games, like, some characters were just the sprite for the job they had, right? But as they've been given more characters and, like, kind of differentiate them a lot more, for some reason they don't click in my head as, oh yeah, everyone has to be a class or a job that is in this game. I don't know why, but some are pretty clear, others are kind of nebulous. Yeah, but I probably should have put together that Tifa was a monk. Like, let's be real. I could honestly make her a warrior. Yeah, but then I need a, like, 40 fucking venture just to get another, job thing. Sid from 7 is a dragoon. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Huh. And here we are again, at the mercy of the goddamn queue. Fuck it, we'll go do some Hildebrand. I don't want to bog down this entire stream with, me getting flying. That's really like a start up the stream / praise the queue, yeah. I mean, like the thing is that I want to play a lot more of this to try and catch up to where I thought I would be, so I'm probably going to put Hades on the back burner, but it's not going to help much if the queue is just trash. And, like, every non-Friday or Saturday night, I just get, like, I sit in the queue for hours waiting to do a single dungeon. But, that's the way it be. I completely forget what we're doing at the moment, either. No sooner have you spoken to the name of Bryden's 3 suspects than does Hildebrand boldly announce his intentions to apprehend the thief himself. Needless to say, nothing could possibly go wrong with this. To begin your own line of questioning, speak with Morgan, father of the groom-to-be. I've arrived in Costa del Sol, somewhere in the realm. Somewhere in the realm, Master Fiend, I pursue. It's leering eyes. Questioning of Gugumeru. It's going nowhere. Fast. Inspector Bryden's deductions are correct that the Phantom Thief has infiltrated the thingy. You can always change your languages to increase your chances of popping, but you'll find JP players. Wait, does that really... Wait, no. Does that really determine who I'm grouped with? Oh, shit, it might. I mean, if it's gonna increase my chances of hitting a queue in this, then, like... What was the time before this? It was 15, wasn't it? Didn't really increase it that much. You only queue with people who have it checked. So I can, so then I can get into a duty with people who have Japanese or English then. Like, I don't know how hard it would be to communicate across things, but... Because you do have the translated terms and stuff like that. And I get matched up with Japanese players anyway. But they've probably got English selected, so like, yeah. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of a tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill, that you might... Oh, but have no fear. Miss Ellie, ready your quill that you might record my every word as I employ the time-honoured art of parley, handed down from Mandeville men of ages past to reveal our foe. I can think of few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Yeah, I imagine so. Like, the translated term thing is actually pretty neat for enabling that sort of thing. Like, still being able to communicate with people, even if, like, a little less efficiently. But, yeah. I think we were halfway through this last time and I hit a queue. Oh, yeah, that would have been when I queued up for Shinryu. That makes sense. Don't worry, Inspector. I bought my quill and journal, too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favourite assistant, Nashu. Now behold, as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Oh, that's right. And then he asked the father of the bride what it's like to be about to be married. Because that's not embarrassing at all. Good evening, Master Guguremu, and a fine evening it must be for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hells are you, anyway? Guards! Guards! Now, hold chocobos, Guguremu. I recognize the lad. This is Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, have ye? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude. Aye, Vans? The phantom thief? Boulder, dash, and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed to have such rumours told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. Haha. Oof. He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effete, fashion-challenged youth. What the fuck does that mean? Extreme refinement, self-indulgent. Affected, over-refined, and ineffectual. You just say that out loud? He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. That's me veins. Oh, Vanis? I don't know how I'm gonna pronounce that. Vanis, I guess. Pronounce the E. Even calm in the face of danger. Truly his father's son. Worthy heir to the Bruguiere Consortium, and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Or family, I should say. Which reminds me, Master Vanners, Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket. 'Twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasures in the realm will be hers once we are wed. Wow. Great people. The time-honored Mandeville art of parley. You'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between these three struck me as particularly unnatural. Let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yolto Nolto and Lowenhart, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Can't wait to see how this goes wrong. Not seeing your faces around here. With the East Aldenord Trading Company, are ye? Why, yes, good sir. Very much with them. Some might say we are the East Aldenord Trading Company. Oh, pleased to meet ye. Do tell, is the Lapis Maiden as lovely as they say? Sainana, he is no slouch herself, but like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Sorry, I forgot to warn you about the Hildebrand trial. What Hildebrand trial? Oh, the one with, Gilgamesh? All good. Believe me, we hit that point, and I was like, oh no, why are there trials in this quest line? Oh, yeah, sorry, Greg. Of course, Greg. God, Hildebrand is an embarrassment. Oh, but where are my manners? Yolto Nolto of the Brugier Consortium, and this is my wife, Sainana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons in years to come. There are 2 more later on. Oh, yeah, I don't doubt. I dare say this wedding and joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happening at a better time, what with all manner of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuffs was waylaid by the Mandragoras. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of. You have heard of Mandragoras, haven't ye? But of course, I once spent a year honing body and mind with the fist of Ralgar. Huh. Strangely relevant. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra whatsits a day. Your food stores are occasionally raided by the ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragoras, yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithril Eye and educate yourself from time to time? Fearsome lot they are. Rumour has it they'll not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, milady. I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Sainana. Forgive my wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. And with that, I'd best go prepare my speech. Or prepare me speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy, none of those 3 were suspicious in the least. But we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. A sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now where was I? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. The Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But this is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Bryden will be back any moment now, and he's not the time to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Mr. Lowenhart spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Bryden will be back before long. Come, Nashu, this is no time to delay. So I don't think I personally saw anything contradicting in, those interactions, but I could be missing something, so, like, who knows? Like, Lowenhart just kind of didn't talk too much. Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Lowenhart spoke true? Egad. Are those explosives I spy concealed among the coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear that we have found our phantom thief after all. What? Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts, well, looking awfully lonely. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that seems incredibly not in character for this thief. Nashu, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time, and I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Driftwood? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now, set that driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking notes, like the astute assistant you are. That driftwood is important. I say we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Bryden is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now, let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to a fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Bryden, explode, a fiery demise. Got it. That's a stick. That is going to be important somehow, I almost guarantee you. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone has returned to the absolute worst possible time. There's also a fire, like, literally just there. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Bryden come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Aldine and I will see that the inspector keeps a wide berth of this beach. You two just get out of here, and be quick about it. Oh, rip. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu, we shall return for your creations once Inspector Bryden has been led safely away from the scene. Investigation calls us, and we must heed its cry. It must be exhausting dealing with them. Wow, the stick is actually here. I didn't expect that to be there. Sup? Inspector Bryden would share with you his latest findings. That is not a good oh, fuck. Oh no. So Hildebrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Did I ever tell you I had my mental health clinic appointments? No, you didn't. I recall that you had those earlier in November, I think? How'd they go? Indeed. But enough about Hildebrand. Aldine and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... an excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah yes, that spot just over there by the crate should suffice. There, of all places. But surely we could find somewhere more scenic. I'm not here on vacation, I'm here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Amazing's recommend me for HRT as soon as Biden changes the policy. Awesome. Well, fingers crossed that actually happens. So by the end of February, I'll be on E. Nice. Congratulations. I'm glad that was a lot more painless than it otherwise could have been. Fuck. Why does... Oh, that was... okay. Good, I'm glad I didn't do that. I think he's had a trans patient before because he was super informed and not gatekeepy. That's also very good. Because, yeah, that could also be super hit and miss. Like, you just get a bad doctor and boom, that takes, like, far longer than it should to actually, get the stuff you need. Oh, fuck it, I might as well just blow it up here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what the fuck? Ah, that sucks. Don't wait on ceremony for me, newest girl. You should do your job. This should actually sync up nicely. Well, I don't have to do anything until the pilot lands. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, that's actually really nice timing. Ooh. Oh, Kelpie, right. Yep. That tracks. Oh. Wrong fucking... no. Wrong thing. Shit. Go for that. Just go. Just go. Just go. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Fuck. Oh, that leaves the thing. Okay. Well, shit. Damn it. Missed that. Oof. I think the lag's kind of fucking me up right now. Canopy unlocked in flight. Ooh, that's... That's some shit. Pass and pass. Oh. Oh, really? Nice. Wait, what? Oh, for fuck's sake. I missed it again. Oh. What, Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I can get some super good gear then. Why the hell not? I should get my abilities rolling and then... Are you gonna go? Yep. Are you gonna do it? Yeah, you're gonna do it. Alright, let's fucking go. Actually, I should hit you, because you've got a bigger, smaller hitbox, which means I might be able to get more out of you. Love wall-to ball pulling in this dungeon. I don't know, it seems like super weird because the Phobads like took a fair few seconds to actually move, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I don't know. If you're on Dark Knight, you have off GCD tools to help keep aggro in the shape. Seriously? Man, oh, that's Arahabaki, isn't it? Oh no. Well, sure fucking looks like one, but... Oh. Get fucked. No. Oh. Oh no. What? Okay. Okay, sure. I don't understand what just happened. God, this thing even talks like Arabaki. Oh, okay, one places the thing. I see. That's a cute little minigame. I like that. No. No. Ooh. No, thank you. Oh, right. You. I mean, even if it's like 3000 MP, that's still like off GCD threat things is something I really wish I had on a fucking warrior, that's for sure. Probably shouldn't have done that, now that I think about it. Probably should have just wrote that out a little bit. Oh, no, nah, that's fine. I'll deal with it. Oh boy. Oh, shit, wrong way. Ow, you little bitch. Ooh. No, please. Oh my god, what are you doing? Fucking... Why? You saw I was there, you shit. Oh my god. Well, I mean, clearly they didn't see I was there, but, like, still, what the fuck? Come on. Oh my god, stop moving. Was that move called the spin? Because that's kind of amazing. No! Ugh. Fucking why? Ugh. There was plenty of room about the boss. Why did you have to fucking center it? Ugh. Read the fucking what? Like, fuck me. You don't need to center the ability that has a center in the center of the room. Like, you just need to catch all melee in it. Fuck. I mean, that...
Are you all right?
Hi, fellas.
Aye. Everything's still attached.
What's up?
It seems both our paths led here. Very good. We spent altogether too much time fleeing fiends horrid and numerous. How fared you?
About the same, except there was some guy transformed into a thing here?
Much the same, then. 'Twould appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
God, that fucking hair.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
Just to remind you, it's a Final Fantasy game. Okay. Arenvold and I forged ahead at the fastest pace we could manage, but I was not surprised to find you waiting for us. I suppose it serves us right for challenging the Warrior of Light. Next time we should agree on some manner of handicap. I don't think you fought a lion what looked a lot like a manticore, so, like, yeah, I had a handicap, guys. Aye, we may have lost Alphino, but think of what we found. Quite. I'm still reeling at the sight of that mountain of riches. What? What, like how you reeled at the sight of that floating spectre, you mean? You should have heard him scream, Aldine. Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King's trove, and that is all that matters. So what then? Arenvold is still grinning at Alphino's discomfort. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Lee should be the first. Seconded, there is to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo, so she is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? There she is. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Lise, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. You're joking. The Mad King's trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Aldine and Alphino in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote that it go towards alleviating the suffering of Alamigo's poor. God, if there's as much as you say. Arenvold did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I've taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there is one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that handing out of sacks of gil won't solve it. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. They know. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphino. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Deep breaths, tell me what's happened. A mob has gathered outside headquarters and they started making demands. You'd best come and see for yourself. A mob? Made up of who? Just Alamegans in general? Yeah.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
Who?
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Oh. Right.
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on?
Yeah, I thought this was going to cause some trouble.
Someone let slip about Fedora.
It's true then. The bitch really is in there. I knew it. I bloody knew it.
Nago, why would you say that out loud within hearing distance of everyone?
We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Come on, you don't mean that. We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down. Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye, and my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her! So that's what all the fuss is about. Hearken to me.
This is going to be interesting.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance, but we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right. I know you're right, I do, but I can't.
I was honestly kind of hoping Lise would have stepped in there for that person specifically, like, to try and, like, talk to them, but, yeah. Fucking Rauban coming in with the save. My thanks, Rauban. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. It is a difficult tide to stem. It was the same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war is over, all the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, it's not just here. There are reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Garleans. It starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. it was grim. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've even begun. Who are these representatives, exactly? Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We've even invited the Anantar and the Kikern to participate. Lamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Let's execute her and be done with it. She herself is asked to be put to death. Nago, I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated, and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left. There'd be no... and we'd be no better than Theodoric or Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past. A moment of it, anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, aye, unforgivable things. But, in some ways, she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born. And that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility they gave Fordola the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. Okay. Interrogation time then. You've the commander's permission to enter then? Sure do. Does she still have that ability she had? Because, like, opening that door, period, is, like, a problem.
Well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you?
Although, to be fair, she also has had the good sense before to be like, even seeing into the future is not going to help me against multiple people, so I guess that kind of makes sense regardless.
Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless. There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it. I killed your men. I killed my men. And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance.
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
I guess we're about to see too.
Come along, Fajola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right.
He looks familiar. And I don't know if I should actually be recognizing him, but that is very similar robes, at least from this angle, to the person we killed in the dungeon. Oh, no, they're not.
What's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
Gaius? Okay. The back is too black. I think the other one was, like, a lot more yellow, if I remember correctly.
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
That looks like fucking Byla's father in Three Houses, and I can't get over it. Yeah, the robes were a lot less detailed and a lot more yellow. The ones we saw of that final boss in the dungeon.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Here we go.
Fadola!
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of army.
We're citizens. We have rights.
Father, I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive. Traitors! Traitors!
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
Fadola, please. You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier?
You know what's really a shame here? Is that, that this wasn't a moment for Fodola's mother to realize, oh, placating and playing to the Empire doesn't mean shit. But no, it... Same markings as her father.
What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Oh, no, she's just... Oh, okay. Oh, that explains that.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage.
True.
I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
You know what's great about that scene? Well, that series of events. Well, hang on. We'll get one line in before it pauses again.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
I think the great thing about... Well, yeah, I mean, there's always, like... There's always a question of how, like, trauma is portrayed as, like, leading to people who are evil or, like, really shitty. Like, and I'm not in a position to speak about that personally, having not experienced anything like that. However, this is not just a, you experienced a situation and chose to do a bad thing. This is, you experienced the trauma as a child and watched your father get... I think he's implied to be killed, or at least, like, knocked the fuck out in that situation, as a child. And your mother basically saw that the Garleans don't give a shit about them, but never impressed upon her that that was actually a fact, and to draw the focus on the fact that the Garleans are at fault for that. But no, she was never taught that, and thus... Well, it's the Alamegans' fault, so obviously we need to prove ourselves and implied stoned to death in the streets. Yeah, I figured. So obviously, the only way to do it is to actually prove ourselves to the Garleans, because they're the ones who gave us citizenship. Like, ordinarily, I would have... like, in almost any other situation, it would be really weird for a character to focus specifically on being, like... on having been in a situation as the first part of the scene as the focus for why they don't place blame on the Garleans. But it actually kind of makes more sense if they experience that as a child. Her mother's still fucked up, and it's because of some really internalized racism shit, because, like, it sounds like she's trying to avoid as much as possible looking like an Alamegan, and that, plus the trauma of the Alamegans treating her like shit and the Garleans not caring, is this, which... Yeah. At least at the moment that I'm thinking about it, I kind of like that. It's, again, more nuanced than it probably needed to be, but it's actually kind of pretty good. I can't think of other words.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over you.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past?
To be fair, I did not want to, but
And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led. Bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better. I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay.
wait, she actually has the echo?
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone. The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
It had me in this costume for literally every part of that. I was gonna say, like, it would be super cool if the game actually kept track of what you were wearing in each of those screenshots and showed you in that. That would have been, like, this obviously requires way too much foresight for a moment like this, but that would have been, that would have been fucking amazing. Do I get to respond here? You know why you saw. For those I have lost, for those I can yet save, because I chose to.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
God, I really want to go back and, like, see exact moments she saw, because I think that'd be, well, I mean, it's not super important, but, like, I'm wondering, like, she obviously references, like, the pain we've had, but, wait, what? That's weird. Why are some of these considered, weird. Yeah, because I'm really curious about which, like, situations it actually pulled out and, like, kind of thinking about it. Because the first one I saw was Gaius, one of them was kneeling at the grave. A lot of them were more Stormblood, if I saw them quick enough, but... a thing to note also... The Garleans are trying to harness the Echo to some degree. I didn't think that Fordola literally had the Echo. I know she had a... Sorry, pilot finally came through. No, that's all good. Like, because there was a moment earlier on when when we first confronted her once she had that power, where there was a sound that sounded like the Echo sound effect. And I think I even commented on it at the time. But we didn't see what happened from her perspective like we did in that scenario. And I'm pretty sure no one said she had the Echo. So I'm curious if she's always had it since she had that power and just no one realized, or if she just managed to manifest that now. Or, hell, like, maybe the Echo is the thing that gives her the ability to actually have future sight, and then she somehow managed to have the side effect of what we usually have the Echo with, or why we usually have the Echo. Anyway. Lisa's lost in thought. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given $4 something to think about at least. I think you're supposed to be thinking that she has the resonant Xenoscape himself. Oh, right. Potentially, yeah. But does that give you a similar power to the Echo? Because if... And that she has the same powers but no connection to Hydaelyn? Right, so more like an artificial Echo. Oh, yeah, okay. So, like, yeah, the Resonant is essentially an artificial Echo that's not given by Hydaelyn. Sure, that makes sense. Did Xenos ever refer to, like, our past, though? I wonder if he ever had, like, visions of the past and future like she did. Well, he had the double eye instead of the one that $4 has, but... I can't remember if he made reference to the past or not. I found something new to think about, too. I don't know about you, Aldine, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way that $4 kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. It's a lot of bad memories to deal with. Yeah, especially dredging up all of my past. Didn't trigger any on screen at any rate. Yeah. Or didn't show that he was being affected in that way either. I wonder. Could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the Echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? I'm glad I started thinking about this. Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring that research facility ever since the Liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Alden's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go pay him a visit, shall we? That sounds like a great idea. Oh, right, because that facility was in the city. Forgot about that. Resonatorium. General Alden is inside. Hi. Will you be joining him? Oh, shit. Who's that? Doesn't look like we get a name for you. Okay. All of those things coffins? Because that would be really fucking grim. What news? You spoke with $4, I take it? Yes, as expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Ironvold notices something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here that might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed to just organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. Hi, friend. So many bodies. Every one of them a victim of these experiments. Okay, so that... Oh no, they're just black tarps. Good. Great. From the top, they looked a little bit more like metal and technological, but yeah. Few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible ether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. That's fucking grim. I honestly thought that's what they were going to do to Kryl, now that I think about it, but... Yeah, sure, I'm inspecting the pod. The device in which Kryl was held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, which this one... while this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior's been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. What, to like induce an effect of the echo and monitor it or something? Huh. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Aldine, shall we start with you? Taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryl and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials are attempting here. This is a new track, I think. Or maybe... Oh... It's got a similar motif, but it sounds different. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Kryl, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. Ah, right. So they had to have a blueprint, which is essentially the master subject. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryl's echo. I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kryl is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it would seem probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Vordola. I was just about to say, I wonder if it had the same quirks as Kryl did, because Kryl... Everyone we've seen with the Echo so far, except I think Minfilia, has had a slightly different, flavor to it from ours. The soldiers who guard Vordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door night and day. She can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. But you didn't just see their past, you live it. Or you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, fuck, I gotta remember how to pronounce her name again. I always say Isael after I heard it the first time, but I feel like it's Isael or something. Isael. Well, let's just go with that. Was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hraesvelgur's past. For Dola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these god-forsaken procedures. And Fordola remains our best source of information. We should not be getting her wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. We should lead the flames to it. Let's go. I think one of the things that's like keeping me enraptured in this game across expansions, and something I actually really appreciate, is that there's like a core mystery, or there's core questions throughout every expansion that get slowly explained. Like, we're now starting to explore like intricacies of the Echo a lot more, and apparently the fact that it can just be replicated. But like a lot of these questions have had origins. Sorry, wrong side. Have had origins in ARR, and we've slowly learnt more and more over all of the expansions. Whereas, like, I keep falling back to it, but it's a good example. With WoW, there are a hell of a lot of things that are just completely segmented, and there are a lot of, like, you get the one or two, but you haven't had core questions throughout all of them. You're starting to get them a bit more now that they're trying to build out the world a lot more, but, like, this is honestly the kind of stuff that, like, it just can't have, because it feels like it wasn't... I mean, a lot of this game feels very much concepted to have, like, a set of core things going on that it builds upon for every expansion. And it's not just, like, because, for example, the core power, right? We did have kind of the warrior of, the protection of Heidelin and stuff like that, but the Echo's been, like, a really consistent thing throughout. And it's just not the same compared to WoW. And I honestly think, like, having it as a core thing that's, like, really mysterious, can vary with other people and stuff like that, like, adds to the mystery and the story and the things you can explore, even, like, when you're in downtime and off the main story and stuff like that. Like, obviously that's hard to do halfway through, like, your set of expansions and stuff like that, but, yeah. Go looking for answers about the Echo and end up getting schooled by Ralban. More evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? 'Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face, to continue the life they built in Uldar, or start again in the land of their birth. Aldine, a moment? Oh, Pippin. What's up? I'm newly returned from Uldar with a message from the Sultana. Okay. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Deposing the monarchy 2.0? Please? Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. Like, sorry, I don't say that just because it's a Sultana. I say it because it's a Sultana specifically requesting an audience with me. There is one other time that this has happened. And I've also been wondering, going back through the game, like, I realized that we dropped off what was happening in Uldar since, like, early Heavensward? Yeah, because that's where I'm at with my character at the moment. Well, I'm a bit later than that, but that's when that whole thing wraps up. And I think in the back half of, in the non-leveling part of Heavensward, I don't think we ever touched on this. Depending on the nature of our consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Would he have communicated? Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, LD. I'm glad we've got more people to counteract Alphino's fucking just incessant nosiness. That's good. Sultana's strings. Alphino's thoughts appear to have returned from adventure to administration. Well, the question of how to put the Man King's treasures to good use shows no signs of answering itself. Shall we be at it, Arenvald? I'm at your beck and call. And I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Animo my regards, Aldine. And ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. Honestly, I'm always the most excited for the post-patch content because it's the stuff that varies the wildest, I feel. Like, when you're in the story, there can be a lot of variance where you're moving around, like, an area, but generally speaking, it keeps within the expansion itself, with, like, the minor detour here and there. Like, the patch content seems to be the one that always goes, like, all over the fucking place, and I am so here for it right now. World hopping, yeah. Because, like, there is, like, and it definitely makes it feel like there is a lot of shit happening all the time. Time is progressing and problems are presenting itself and developing. It definitely helps feel like that a lot. But, and I don't know if it's just me, maybe I'll feel different the second time I go through it, but the pacing doesn't feel off either. It feels like this is the right time to actually engage in a lot of this stuff that we haven't paid attention to in a while. Because things are dying down in Alamigo now, so time to kind of wrap up some loose ends and things that have been kind of unanswered for a while. 17. Heh. You're expected, my lord. Please proceed.
For answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy.
I'm glad there's no wine glasses around. And yes, I certainly fucking have.
The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel.
Go on.
I speak of Rauban and his future.
Kind of figured that was the case. But this also kind of impacts Nanamo a lot. Like, if Rauban up and leaves Salamigo, like, the Immortal Flames is generalless, and there's one less person kind of batting for Nanamo within the Syndicate. This is actually a big problem if she wants to go through with, like, deposing the Syndicate and the Monarchy. Well, sorry, deposing is the wrong word, dissolving.
The tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldar home,
it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo. And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't think... I honestly don't think Ralban would actually give up his position here. Like, he really cares for Nanamo and the fate of Uldar a lot. Especially given what transpires at the end of ARR. Like, if that wasn't clear that, like, even with Alamigo free, that he's probably going to stick around here, well, I don't know what is. I find it very hard to believe that he would just... Like, he might in the future, but I feel like he would really, really make sure that things are set, or that it's set up such that Nanamo still has support within the Syndicate, right?
I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Rauban chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret.
Yeah, and a flicker is probably not enough to say either way. He'd probably have regrets either way he goes for this, because, like, on the one hand, Alamigo's free, it'd be great to go back there, but I feel like he would regret a lot more leaving Nanamo.
Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears. Might I have your company for a brief adventure?
Oh, shit. Okay, I have something to say after this cutscene as well.
Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
So, in Gridania, I'm 90% sure I saw someone with a Nanamo wind-up pet, or minion, rather. This might be where we get that. If I had to guess. She was outside the Adventurers Guild. This is a good tea tour. I love this. Just fucking road trip with the Sultana. Why the hell not? That's so goddamn cute. What do you think of Lilira, the merchant's daughter? This is the disguise I don when I wish to leave the palace and observe my subjects unnoticed. Oh, so this is a thing. Ordinarily, Papashan would accompany me, but for this particular outing, I need no advisor. I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life, in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now, let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the Gate of Nald. But yeah, but you gotta take aircraft forms to the... Yep, no, you're good. You're good, newest girl. Go do your job. Hang on. Am I going in the right direction? Oh, yeah, yeah. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugees camp in squalor at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predators, both. We say right next to huge hornets. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is. and unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Eldar. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, and 5 since the calamity, yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me. Her hands have been tied. Yes, my authority is limited, and that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. Shall we press on? I would follow the road to the unholy air. Wait, where are we going? Oh, okay. Wait, why do I have a... Crimson Duelist? Oh, right. That's probably the continuation of the Red Mage quests. Which I'm not going to be doing on this character. I already planned out the character I'm going to play that with. The fuck? Why is she over here? Oh, I guess you're looking out at the beasts. It was here, in this wholly unremarkable place, that my mother and father met their doom. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interests in Eastern Thanalan when an untimely rock slide crushed their carriage. Jesus! To this day, it is not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Rauban once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' deaths were orchestrated by the monetarists, we could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of its citizens, quite unaware of the consequences of my actions would have for you and yours. I shudder to think of how many goodly souls paid the price of my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monetarist damnable games. Forgive me my outburst. You're one of the few people to whom I can speak my mind. Holy fuck, it's cold outside. It's still warm here, but, I mean, you're in a different hemisphere, so that makes sense. Come, let us return to Uldar and visit the Colosseum. Hmm. 30 degrees Fahrenheit. What is that, like 7 Celsius? Oh, I can't remember the formula off the top of my head. Oh, no, it's below freezing. Oh, yeah, right. No, it'd be -2? 30 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. -1. Nah. What is it? It's... Right, -32. That's the bit I keep forgetting. Well, okay, hang on. It's 32... 5 by 9, so it's like... How much does that get bigger as you go up? Oh, fuck. My days of, like, analyzing mathematical formulas by that off the top of my head is, long past. Where in the frig are we going? Gladiators Guild. Actually, did I ever pick up... No, I didn't. I won't do that while I'm here. I'll do that when I have some dedicated time to. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years, I simply signed where I was told to sign, and sat where I was told to sit. Blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from the ignominious chapter in my life, for it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Rauban. The match I had been invited to attend was not or what I expected. They had pitted the Bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice, and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned the gambling ring which had arranged for Rauban to die in the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Rauban had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did, and when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. So that's how they met. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theatre. But as you know, Rauban is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the blood sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate. Oh, there's another one. And then I had my blade. Wow. Wow. A lot of people lining up to get fucking banned. Hang on a second. I think I need to actually deal with that. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Thank you, stream delayed me. Unknown user, so that person's already been fucking deleted. Everybody banned. Fuck. Stop. Oh my god. The way the fucking mod actions it. There we go. That's probably better. I should have this big anyway. Banned. 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 And banned. GG. Anyway, where were we? But as you know, Rauban is a man of his word, though it took him another, and then I had my blade. Oh. Yay, Echo Vision. Is that about the functionality of the Echo again? Dead. That sound effect did not sound good. It sounded like it was clipping at the end of it for a bit too long.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
It seems you're the one who needs looking